Welcome back to Archero 2, and today we are doing equipment guide. We will cover the different sets and the way to upgrade your equipment and which mistakes to avoid, so you will not waste precious pieces and insane amount of crystals. So first things first, how to get the equipment. There is a gear chest over here, and I advise you guys to always pull the Mythstone chest for the equipment sets that you need. There are 3 sets available that are premium S tier equipment, and there are 3 sets of normal equipment as well. And those Mythstone chests will rotate every, I think, 7 days, so you will be able to pull different sets on the different timers. And basically you would like to save your keys and gems to pull the right things for you. We'll talk about specific sets a bit later. Right now let's talk about the equipment upgrades. Let's actually pull the equipment right now and see, maybe we'll get lucky and get something cool. Things are very expensive, and yeah, no luck for us. Or we can do another one. The cool thing that your guaranteed S grade stuff will carry over between those events, so you can gradually build it up and get the right things that you need. So now let's talk about the equipment itself. First of all, you can upgrade the equipment. That will require the equipment scrolls and gold. Each next level will be more expensive. And there is no need to upgrade different equipment when you swap it out. The level will carry over, so it's pretty straightforward. Upgrade will upgrade 1 level, quick upgrade will upgrade the maximum amount of levels based on the scrolls and money you have. And the higher the level is, the more the basic attack stat will be. So you will get more attack power for the left 3 items, that's the weapon, amulet, and ring. All those things will give you attack. And you will get more HP for armor, helmet, and the boots. In order to make equipment great, you need to actually merge it. You use the blacksmith for that, and it's called fuse. You can easily use quick fuse. You probably won't waste anything by doing that. So it will automatically craft equipment up to epic rarity over here. And then you can do it manually, because before the epic rarity, you just need the same duplicate equipment, and you don't really sacrifice anything as a fodder. It's just a linear upgrade all the way until epic. So feel free to press quick fuse as many times as possible, but once you get to this point, you gotta be careful. Here is a wiki page with the gear over here that kind of explains how equipment merging works, and at epic you get epic +1 and epic +2. And those tiers require any same slot equipment. That means that you can fodder other equipment of the same type and use it to upgrade one specific piece. In order to get to the legendary gear, you need epic +2 gear and 1 duplicate +2 gear as well. For the legendary, it's same stuff. You use the same slot gear as a fodder, and for the mythic, you need legendary +3 and 1 legendary duplicate +3 gear to get the mythic gear. You also have all the equipment here on the wiki. The link will be in the video description and the pinned comment, so you can always go there and check it out. So what does it mean? That means that you can sacrifice the equipment that you don't want. In order to do that, you gotta make sure that you're doing the right thing. So for example, right now, we have those boots, and in order to upgrade them, we need any boots of the same slot, so it doesn't really matter what we use. But in order to upgrade, let's say, this amulet to the +2, we will need to sacrifice other types of amulets. And that means that they will be gone forever. Because once you fuse it, all cool, you get the amulet to +2, but then you can undo it. You can press this button, but you will get only epic amulet material, only fodder. So if you would like to build other type of equipment after that, you won't be able to, because those items are gone and they are just fodder items that cannot be upgraded. So this is very important. And why you want to upgrade the equipment? Because on each next rarity you will unlock additional bonuses, quality skills that will help you out. The S tier equipment has more different bonuses, the normal equipment has a bit less and limited at legendary +3. While the S tier is limited at mythic, which will give us even more bonuses. So eventually you would like to build the S tier equipment, but it's very expensive and you need a lot of copies of that equipment to make it right. So early on, it's advisable to go with the normal sets unless you get really lucky. So now let's talk about different types of equipment that you have. By default, you have this bow, which is heroic longbow. This is your basic weapon that is shooting arrows. And also there is a beam staff, which is firing a beam weapon, which is a bit more interesting in terms of the gameplay. You've all seen the actual arrows, so let me show you the beam weapon. So with the beam weapon, you will fire this beam that penetrates enemies, and if you have the tracking eye, it will easily track to your enemies, so it will never miss a thing. Unlike the bow, where your projectile, your arrow, needs time to travel to the enemy. So this thing will allow you to instantly attack the enemy, and they will never miss, which is really cool. So most people, a lot of people, prefer beam weapon instead of the arrows. What I personally prefer, any weapon and then getting the skill of the beam, hoping to get the skill of the beam, which is not that easy, but if you will be able to get that, that will make you so much stronger. But the thing is, I don't really know what will happen if you'll get the energy beam while you already have the beam weapon. Let's give it a go, but that skill will change your bow attacks, arrow attacks to the beam, and it's a really high tier. So let's get this one and see if we'll be seeing any difference. I think the beam will just get stronger right now. Yeah, it seems so. So yeah, the cool thing about the beam build that you can stay away from the enemies and use it to instantly strike them, because there is no spread with those attacks. They always hit the target and you will be always able to hit on the enemy. Doesn't matter where they are, doesn't matter how much they move. And yeah, that will allow you to do a bit better against the enemies that are far away. So yeah, that's the beam weapon for you. Also, the beam staff increase the damage based on the combo hits, which will add up as you do consecutive attacks without interruptions. So that's the main difference between the weapons. Once again, personal preference, most people prefer the beam weapon. This seems to be like better single target weapon, while bow is more of AoE weapon. Because over here at Legendary you get the blast damage and chance to trigger an explosion on hit, while this one will just increase the damage and increase crit rate for the combos. And the third weapon is Knuckles, that will focus on the close range combat, which I don't like at all because I'm horrible at evading things. But this might be good for people who prefer close range combat. Now, each equipment has a set. Basically, Knuckles works with Decisiveness set that gets the damage bonuses for nearby enemies. Then the Longbow works with the Destruction set that's amplifying AoE damage and explosion stuff. And Beam Staff is really good with Echo set, which increases the bonuses based on the combos. And the interesting thing that all those three basic sets has their own S tier options. So Dragon Knight Crossbow, that most of you guys will get using the Carnival event, is a variation of the bow, and it's part of the Dragon Knight set that will boost stuff based on like AoE stuff, and it's focusing on AoE attacks mostly. Then there is a Griffin set with the Griffin Claw, which is focusing on melee attacks and, well, close range combat basically. So it will amplify your attacks based on the enemies that are close by. And there is an Oracle set with the Oracle Light Spear that is the beam weapon and focusing on the combo attacks. And honestly, my personal favorite is Oracle, but I was lucky to pull some Dragon Knight early on, so I guess I'll stick with that for now. So I have sort of combination of Echo, non-S equipment, and stuff that I managed to pull of S tier, because the difference between the normal and S tier equipment is amount of those quality skills, and I think even the bonuses. So yeah, we can compare, for example, this ring that I downgraded, that gives us 444 attack power. The normal ring, not S tier, same rarity, will give us 296, so that's a significant bonus in attack power. Moreover, it gets green and blue bonuses of attack power and crit rate, and gets its bonus at epic already. So chance to drop a landmine when defeating an enemy is epic. While the normal ring will only give you attack power and crit rate without the bonus to drop a landmine. So basically, S tier is better because it can give you bonuses early earlier, and you can use an S tier equipment one tier lower than non-S tier. Let's put it like that. So basically for the Echo set, which is non-S tier, in order to get those cool bonuses of the set, you need to get everything to the legendary tier. And we can do that right now because we got the second amulet that we can actually use to level up our amulets. There we go. So we can actually upgrade one to the legendary rarity, and that will give us pretty decent bonuses. So it unlocks the new bonus. We can equip it now, and it will give us every 5 combo hits, doubles the next attack damage, and combo hits adds up a lot with the good attack speed, so that adds pretty decent bonuses right here and even more attack power right now. So yeah, because of that upgrade mechanics, you really would like to use the right fodder. So never sacrifice an S tier gear, so never use it as a fodder unless you really know what you're doing. And your best bet is to build up the equipment of your favorite set that you like the most. So let's try to do a bit more upgrading right here. So now we're sacrificing other equipment sets in order to upgrade our gear. And oh yeah, we can get the Echo Helmet to the next tier as well. That's a lot of the upgrades that will make us so much stronger with those bonuses. Sweet. And we can see over here that even +2 epic stuff of the lower tier is giving us more bonuses than the legendary of the non-S tier. So that's why those items will stay for a while, because the bonuses are really strong. So yeah, that's why you need to really plan ahead what kind of gear equipment you would like to build later on. Make sure to use the wiki in order to find out all the stats and know what to aim for your specific build, and then be really smart about what the hell are you pulling from those gear chests. Otherwise, you might end up with the wrong set for your gameplay style, and you will have to spend a lot of those gems to make it right. It's really expensive, like it's really hard to get the gear and it's really expensive, so it will take a while to build up even the legendary stuff of S tier. And if you have your own additional tips about the equipment, share them down below in the comments so more people can read them. And also your likes, subscribes and comments help to promote the video in YouTube algorithm so more people can see that and I can make more content like that for you. So do all that and check out the video description and the pinned comment for the links, wiki, LD players who can play it on the PC like I do over here, way more convenient than on the phone, playlist with the rest of the videos on Archero too, and other useful stuff, like my Discord for example. So yeah guys, thank you very much for watching, it's been Kosh, have a good one, bye!